So there you have it. Full time, and Town have been beaten by Portsmouth 3-2 in extra time in the FA Cup. Another year out of the competition early doors. I'm here with Thomas Seggans, Mr. Game Day himself. Your thoughts on today's result?
Yeah, we've lost because of a poor first half and the officiating, to be honest. We started off slow, much like Sunderland, and then got on the back foot after 12 minutes. So, once again, we're 2-0 down. We're trying to fight to come back in this. Against the top side, you don't want to be doing that. You're already making it more difficult for yourself than what it already is. So that first half performance for me were dreadful. The possession it's having possession for the sake of having possession. You pass it to Toto, then you pass it to McGuinness, back to Toto, back to Cornell, back to Toto. It's bringing up the stats, but it's not doing any good. It doesn't look much threatening, to be honest. And to be honest, once again, we weren't that threatening until we scored. Great ball from McGuinness, to be fair. Great run from Nolan. I know that Freddie kind of messed up a little bit, but it was in the back of the net. It doesn't matter, and we're back in the game before half time. 2-1, come back out, all guns blaring. Second half was much, much better. Gavin as well played a really good game for us. He's not pushing to get in the side now. I don't know what more he's got to do after that. He's had a really good game for that. He's had a really good game in midfield, and obviously, if he can't push on, I don't know why not. He's a good option now with Dazal out. I don't see why he can't start Tuesday and then our next league game. He's made a name for himself today against a decent Portsmouth side, to be fair, who didn't look great, but they are where they are for a reason, and they have grinded out a result today against us. Also, Norwood scoring for us, coming back from injury. It's a good sign to have one of our strikers back. So that is a plus. It looks a bit more fiery, a bit more go in him. So hopefully getting a goal today in the FA Cup will sort of push him on, and we will start seeing things from him again. But it is what it is at the end of the day. League's more important. So in the grand scheme of things, I still hate to see RTFC lose.
My immediate reaction when it first the final whistle blew, I was just effing and jeffing. Was like, yeah, well done, Kenny Jackett. Yeah, well done. Another goal which should have been disallowed. Yeah, well done, mate. It's just every week at the minute. It was Lincoln. I don't think it was a penalty. Sunderland. Well, there's no way in hell is it a penalty. And obviously this one today, it's just blatant offside. And then to go over to the linesman and to talk with him. And if I was a Town player, I'd have walked off. I actually thought Norwood was walking off when he'd walked over to the touchline there, because it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. I know Town should have been better. I feel like we only really played well for about 20 minutes when Norwood first came on. But that's what we need, because the whole first half we couldn't get the ball into Hawkins. Playing as 4-3-3, and it's just so rigid. It has to be free flowing. Your wingers have to come in off the wings. Your focal point, the striker has to get the ball when Hawkins wasn't getting it. And as soon as Norwood came on, he turned the defence round, got them running towards their own goal, and they can't stand it. And it's exactly what you wanted. And he came on. I thought Norwood was brilliant in the 20 minutes where we were on top and going towards full time. Everyone looked a little bit, well, certainly the midfield looked knackered. There's another three which I don't think have played together probably ever before. But McGavin played well. I was pleased with him. His long-range pass and crossfield balls were pinpoint. Is obviously going to be a little bit poor defensively because there's something you learn with time. But his two mates around him, Hughes and Nolan, I feel let him down really. Hughes was just a passenger for the whole game. Anytime he'd even try and run with the ball, he turned and passed it back, taking up positions which I thought, what was he doing there in a way? And any time that Portsmouth were breaking, he was nowhere to be seen. So, yeah, there wasn't a very good performance. Portsmouth, I can see why their fans aren't exactly too happy with Jackett, because if they're getting results, then great, hunky-dory. But if they're not, they're playing the sort of football which we played under Mick, keeping it tight at the back and hoping you get a goal. So I can see why they're not too happy with Jackett, but they've got the result today. I'm not too happy with Lambert, because you can see our players. They're all technically gifted. They are all capable of a lot. But they're all in this rigid formation. When the ball goes into them, nobody's moving off them. Now, that's coached. That is coached by a coach. You want you are coaching your players to make certain runs as soon as the ball goes into somebody and you get around a corner. But that's not happening. And yeah, I'm annoyed. I do care about the FA Cup because being an Ipswich Town fan, it's one of the things that we like to shout about is that we won it quite a long time ago. And yeah, people say, oh, we don't want to be in this cup and whatever, but it's the FA Cup. And if there's not one player on that pitch today that didn't want to win that game, they all wanted to win that. Lambert was going for it. And I'm sure every fan, once the game is in and in around the 90-minute mark, are praying that Ipswich are going to win the game and praying that we're going to win it. Not as in, oh, I hope we don't win this and hope we can get through. So yeah, I mean, I am gutted about it. And it's a bit annoying because we've got quite a long wait to the next league game. But yeah, not too happy with the performance. I'm not too happy with Lambert, to be honest, because I feel like he could get so much more out of our squad and somebody else could.
Yeah, out of the FA Cup once again. You know, it happens every year. You know, it was quite a weird game, I thought. You know, first half, I thought we weren't good at all. You know, we conceded 2 quite poor goals. I thought the first goal, I don't really know what happened. I don't think Cornell really did very well. I think it hit the post and then kind of come back off him. The second goal, defensively, we were awful. So going into half time, I was like, here we go again. You know, we scored that goal, but I didn't think, you know, we would, you know, get back into it. But in the second half, we came out much better. As always, it was a game of 2 halves. We came out much better. You know, the first half we had possession, you know, but we weren't really creating anything. But definitely in the second half, we were showing more intent going forward. I thought, and you know, Nord got that goal, and I thought, okay, 2-2. Let's try and go and win this. I think, I don't know, from our goal, I think it was a bit more even. And then obviously it was getting towards full time, and I was like, oh God, here we go, extra time. Our players are going to get tired, and we're going to lose the game. But you know, in extra time, I didn't think we were great, but I don't think both teams really did anything. You know, there was a few chances for both teams, but then you know, the goal that sent us out late in the second half of extra time, I think, you know, it was a foul and then put into the box. It was clearly offside because their player was just stood on the line. It was a header towards goal, and then he was just standing on the line and tapped it in. It was clearly offside. And once again, for the second game in a row, officials have done us over. So yeah, really disappointing. And I think there's Portsmouth fans outside because there's a firework party outside at the moment.
First half was poor. Second half, they were much better. I thought they were much better, but the referee decided the game really. Hawkins should have had a penalty, clearly being pulled, but you know, the referees in the League One, they don't like to see half the decisions that happen, perfectly honest. They like to just sort of close their eyes and they go, oh, something's happened. Oh, it's fine. But yeah, just decided the game. But there's a few positives from it. So they actually look quite good for, like, in the second half, the majority of it, they look pretty good. Nor would get on the score sheet. It's good to see him back fit again early. I think he's early by about 3 weeks, but just that free kick, it was avoidable. I don't know why Dinesh didn't have to foul him. He was running out for going off for a goal kick, and he just fouls him. But first one was avoidable again. The wall, I don't know where the wall was. It was just off somewhere else. Sears was just ball watching. Second goal, ball watching. Just typical. It's just the end of the day. But shame out of the cup. But I guess that now helped them focus on the league because that is priority really in Lambert's sort of eyes, unfortunately.